Jill and to Jim. Jim, your speech was awesome. You did a great job. Yeah. I also wanted to just say thank you to my mother Heather, my father Cal, Cal's wife Mary Gail, and my mother's partner Al. Also, thank you to everybody else for being here. I think it's really great just to have all family and friends together. Just a round of applause for yourselves. For the sake of being formal, I'll introduce myself. My name is Kevin Kukas, and I'm Dan's brother. And I figured I'd get everybody on the same page, just in case the bald head, the beard, and the generally identical face. We were taking photos earlier, and Danielle was taking a photo with all the groomsmen. And Dan was like, don't stand next to her, people will think you're me. And so, growing up, Dan and I had always heard, especially in our teenage years, are you guys twins? And I think as teenagers, we were kind of like, no, we're not twins, he's the older brother, I'm the younger brother. And then at some point, I don't know when it was, Dan and I just made a conscious decision to just say yes. Dan's 3 years older than me. If you don't know, people always ask who's older, who's the other brother. But at some point, we just started saying yes, right? That was more fun in general, I think. People love twins. But Dan also just, he and I generally like to kind of mess with people. If you don't know that yet, you'll probably find out tonight. So in high school, Dan drove one of my favorite cars of all time. It was a 1994 white Chrysler LeBaron. So it was my grandmother's car originally. She's not here today, but it was her car originally, right? And the year was like 2005. Okay? And this car was a boat. A boat. Chrysler LeBaron is a convertible. It has two doors that are gigantic, metal doors, white. Has a drop top on it, multicolored, like cloth seats, right? And Dan had a great sound system in it. And this sound system consisted of a tape player. Dan had one of those plastic tapes with the auxiliary cord out of it, and then we had a Discman like shoved inside the dashboard, and we would play mixed CDs, right? And anytime I got to ride in this car with Dan, it was actually a great day. Like that made me feel pretty cool driving around with my big brother in high school. He had a license, I didn't, right? And the music. He always had the best music. Dan and I, if you don't know it, are big into rap music, and we have been for a long time. And that's how I grew up, was listening to Dan's rap music in the car. And I have a specific memory of Dan and I driving down Revere Beach. And I think we were coming from Marblehead. We had family in Marblehead. Dan had a summer job out there at that time when he was like 17 or 18. And I specifically remember feeling really cool with top down in the LeBaron, driving down Revere Beach, listening to Mobb Deep, and pretending like we knew how to smoke cigars. And I'm pretty sure they were like Black and Mild or something like that with like a wooden tip or something. And music's always been a big part of me and Dan's relationship. It's not like an outspoken thing. We're certainly not musicians, but I have a lot of memories related to music. And as adults, well, as kids I should say, Dan and I always made really good mix CDs. And I remember listening to Dan's mix CDs in the car, whether it was my mother's car, his car, whatever. And usually it was like Jay-Z, you know, mostly Dan did like rap CDs, but then he did slow jam CDs. So it was like Jay-Z and Boyz II Men. And then at the end of Dan's mix CDs, he would always put like some like reggae music, like dance hall music or something like that. And it would usually end up with Dan like doing a Jamaican accent or something, singing in the car. So as adults, fond memories that I have with Dan, fond memories that I have with Dan have been us in the kitchen sometimes. We'll have dinner and then we'll drink wine after dinner. And we do this thing where we play music. And we play like old songs and we like laugh at songs. Oh, remember this song, that song. And usually it's like us sitting around the table drinking a bottle of red wine or something like that, and we just keep playing music, kind of trying to one up each other with the songs. And it'll start with, I don't know, maybe like country music, but like by the end of the night it makes its way through like Frank Sinatra, maybe a little bit of Biggie. And then like I feel like we've been caught like singing the theme songs for like Aladdin or something. It's a song like that, right? So I do want to spend some time just talking about Dan and Danielle's. The 4th of July party that Margaret had mentioned was when Dan and Danielle first met. I don't want to brag, but Dan and I used to throw huge, awesome parties on the 4th of July. And it started off pretty small, these parties, but they would end up with probably like 80 to 100 people in our driveway on the night of the 4th of July, fireworks. A little chaotic, but we always had fun. So anytime you have a party like this, it's always like, hey, can I bring my cousin? Hey, do you mind if so-and-so stops by? And most people, when they come to your house, they're just kind of like freeloaders, right? They eat their hot dogs, they drink their beers, they don't say thank you, they go home. But not Danielle Ford. It's the 4th of July in Winthrop. It's 95 degrees out. I'm going to paint a picture. And where we live in town, basically, if you want to join in on the festivities, it's kind of blocked off the traffic. So if you're getting to these festivities, you're on foot, okay? Now, Danielle, accompanied by her now bridesmaid Olivia, if I have the story correct, which I think I did, they came walking up our hill where we lived. Now, this is a big hill. It's a steep hill. Any of you that's been there, you know that we live at the top of the hill. It's hot out, and through the summer heat, Danielle and Olivia carried no less than 100 beers, I think, in the biggest cooler I've ever seen in hot weather up to our house. And that's exactly, I think, who Danielle is. Right? Take this the right way. I don't mean to What I'm saying is she's always prepared, she's always ready to help. She always has a great attitude, a smile on her face, and she's willing to pitch in. That's really, I'll give you another story as an example of Danielle and their relationship, right? And this is a story that Dan refers to, and I pulled this one into my speech just recently, as a turning point in their relationship. So it was my sister's wedding in California a few years back, okay? And as I've been reminded in the last few days, leading up to a wedding, there's a lot of random things that you have to do that you don't expect to do, better on this errand, on that errand. The task in hand for my sister's wedding was welcome bags. So there was welcome bags, right? Welcome bags. You check into the hotel, there's a little goodie bag, a hangover kits and snacks. Okay? And these bags needed to be assembled and brought to the front desk. And my mother had asked Dan to assemble the bags. And Dan, true Dan Cook's fashion, he said, no way. And Danielle was there with us in California. And Danielle is sweet and helpful and lovely. And she says, man, we sure help you run these bags. He said, no way. So a few hours go by, people are running around, and we can get around to the liquor store, over here, over there, whatever, pre-wedding areas. And Danielle calls. And she says, so, did you make those pin bags? And Dan says, no, I didn't make them. And Danielle says, if you don't make those bags, I'm never going to speak to you again. And then she hung up.
You don't realize it. You didn't want to go find one.
What's the next thing Dan does? He goes, add water. So, I have to assume at that point, because Dan described it as a turning point in his relationship with Danielle, he knew how much, seriously, how much he loved Danielle. He respected what she did, right? He knows that she's a sweet, lovable girl who brings a lot of joy to his life. But she also knows how to keep him in check a little bit, which is important, right? Balance. And I think that's something that Dan and Danielle's relationship has always had, is good balance. They balance each other out, which I think is really important. I'm just so glad for you, Dan. I love you. Danielle, I love you. I'm so happy for both of you that you found your partner for the rest of your life. And I just want to say cheers to the new Mr. and Mrs. Lucas.